In a grand old museum where dinosaurs loom large and mighty, a story unfolds. Giants of bone and stone capture every eye, their shadows dancing over crowds of awestruck faces. But tucked away, in a dusty corner, far from the spotlight, rests a small, unassuming seashell fossil. It has watched generations of visitors pass by, their gazes always fixed on something bigger, something more spectacular. A quiet thought whispers from its ancient core. No one ever looks at me. Am I not important? It sees the wonder in the children's eyes as they point at the T-Rex. The scholarly nods of adults admiring the Triceratops, and a profound loneliness settles in. It feels invisible, a forgotten whisper of a forgotten ocean, lost in a hall of roars and thunderous footsteps. Am I just a rock? A forgotten trinket? The question echoes in the silence of its corner, a silent plea for recognition in a world that seems to have passed it by. One evening, as the last rays of sun retreat from the museum's tall windows, a booming voice shatters the quiet. The tour guide, with a note of finality, announces the museum's fate. This historic building will be closed permanently and demolished to make way for a new city complex. The words hit the little fossil like a shockwave. Demolished. Closed forever. Panic floods its stony being. The roars of the dinosaurs suddenly seem like cries of despair. The grand hall, once a symbol of permanence, now feels like a tomb awaiting its end. For the larger fossils, perhaps another museum awaits. But for a small, overlooked seashell, it would be swept away with the dust, crushed under the weight of progress. Its billion-year-old story, silenced for good. The thought of being reduced to rubble, of vanishing without ever being truly seen, is unbearable. The world outside the museum walls, once a distant concept, now represents the only chance for survival. As night drapes the city in darkness and the museum settles into a final, deep silence, something miraculous happens. A faint, pearlescent glow begins to emanate from the seashell. Slowly, tentatively, it stirs. Dust motes dance in its soft light as it inches itself off the forgotten shelf. With a gentle thud, it lands on the cold, polished floor. The decision is made. It cannot wait for demolition. It must find a new home, a place where it won't be overlooked, a place where its story can be told. The journey begins. Moving with a slow, rhythmic crawl, it ventures through the cavernous, moonlit halls, past the silent giants it once envied. Each inch is a struggle, a fight against its own static nature, propelled by a desperate hope. The world outside the heavy oak doors is an unknown, but it's a world of possibility. A stark contrast to the certain oblivion that awaits within these walls. Its journey takes it through the back alleys of the sleeping city. Here, it is not alone in its forgotten state. It meets a community of discarded things. A broken globe, its continents faded and cracked, offers a word of wisdom. The world may think we're broken, it rasps, but we still hold the shape of the world. Further on, a torn book, its pages fluttering in the gentle night breeze, adds its own story. My words may be tattered, it whispers, but the tales within are timeless. We all have value, my friend, even if no one sees it right now. These encounters fill the little fossil with a newfound strength. It realizes it's part of a larger story of overlooked beauty and hidden worth. It's not just a forgotten object. It's a traveler, a survivor with renewed purpose. It continues its slow and steady pilgrimage, passing through manicured gardens and quiet streets. Its gaze always fixed on the vast, star-dusted sky above, a silent testament to the eons it has witnessed. The first light of dawn finds the fossil at the edge of a park. The air is fresh, filled with the scent of dew-kissed grass and damp earth. It's here that its long journey takes an unexpected turn. A young child, armed with a small trowel and a heart full of curiosity, is meticulously digging in searching for treasures. The child's eyes, sharp and full of wonder, scan the ground. It isn't looking for grand monuments or spectacular displays. It's looking for the small, the hidden, the unique. With a soft gasp of delight, the child's gaze falls upon the small, spiraled shape half buried in the soil. Not with a shout, but with the reverence of a true discoverer. The child reaches down. There's no judgment, no dismissal of its small size. There is only pure, unadulterated curiosity. This is the encounter the fossil has been waiting for, not in a grand hall, but in the simple, honest dirt of the earth. With gentle fingers, the child carefully lifts the fossil from its earthy bed. There's a tenderness in the gesture, a respect that the fossil has never known. The child uses the hem of their shirt to carefully wipe away the layers of city dust and garden soil that cling to its surface. As the intricate patterns of its ancient shell are revealed, the child's eyes widen in amazement. A bright, genuine smile spreads across their face. Wow! The child breathes, holding the fossil up to the morning light. This must be really, really old. You're special. The word special resonates deep within the fossil's core. It's a word it had longed to hear, a validation that erases a lifetime of feeling invisible. In that moment, held in the warm palm of a child, the fossil feels a profound sense of peace. It's not just a rock, it's a treasure! After a journey through darkness, it has finally been found, and it is moved beyond words. The child, now the proud guardian of this ancient treasure, can't wait to share the discovery. The next day, the fossil is carefully carried to school. During show and tell, the child presents it to the class, recounting the story of its discovery with infectious excitement. The other children gather around, their faces alight with the same curiosity that first found the fossil in the park. They pass it from hand to hand, their small fingers tracing its delicate spirals, marveling at its texture and form. The teacher, seeing the spark of interest, steps in. She doesn't just see a rock, she sees a lesson waiting to be taught. She begins to explain what a fossil is, how this small shell was once a living creature in an ocean that existed millions of years ago. She speaks of time, of history, and of the incredible stories that the Earth holds in its smallest creations. As the teacher's voice fills the classroom and the children listen with rapt attention, the little fossil has a profound realization. It thinks to itself, a final, peaceful thought that concludes its long journey. I didn't need to be in a big museum to be important. I didn't need to be a giant to be seen. I just needed someone to truly see me. Its new home isn't a dusty shelf in a cavernous hall, but a small, neat glass case on the teacher's desk. Here, it is not forgotten. It is the centerpiece of a lesson, a source of wonder, a tangible piece of Earth's history for curious minds to explore. Surrounded by the bright, eager faces of children, the little seashell fossil, once lost and overlooked, is finally happy. It has found its place, proving that every being, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, holds a unique and precious value, just waiting for the right pair of eyes to discover it. Thank you so much for watching this story unfold with us. We hope it reminded you that there is value and beauty in everything and everyone, even when it's not immediately obvious. If you enjoyed this journey, please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories that warm the heart. We'll see you next time.